Did you hit the sales number for the quarter? If yes, if no, it's time to reflect on what you have done in the past few months. Hey, it's Gary, 3 times head of growth. Today, I'm going to talk to you about what the quarter in the life of the head of PLG looks like. As the head of PLG, navigating the quarter, there's a lot of time spent on reflection, on analysis, on communication. It's really about showcasing what have we done in the past few months, and are we stepping on the right direction to establish PLG growth further. At the heart of it is really about effective communication. At the end of the quarter, we want to highlight sales performance. Did we hit our revenue numbers? How have been our product launches and enhancements? What are our marketing successes with virality and word of mouth growth? So the first things first, reflection of the quarter is that we built on our previous quarter. And really, we're not measured by a dot, we're measured by the progress of a line. So the true measure of success is really this quarter over quarter improvement. So some of the key areas to really reflect and consider is that we increase sales, did we increase revenue and meeting numbers and onboarding calls? Did we make the right strategic investment in terms of our marketing spend? Are we scaling that marketing effort? And is exponential growth starting to happen? And are the signups and the onboarding calls, or have they been increased? And is the market responding to this? Are we enhancing our upsell experience? Are we increasing our onboarding to upsell conversion numbers? And are we boosting activation from our previous quarters? Another reflection is the seasonal consideration of the quarter. For example, if it's Q4, it's definitely very holiday heavy. Have we front loaded a lot of our sales in the previous quarter so that we can meet our whole annual revenue goal? And we want to make sure the team is striving to close some of the sales deals needed so that we do hit that end of year mark. It's also time to celebrate and reflect on wins, highlight some of these more success aspects so to boost some of the team morale and get some organizational buy-in. What are some notable wins around closing customers? Are we closing big customers? Are we closing a lot of small customers? What kind of trends are we identifying? Are we finding what are the pushback from the market, and how are the competitors also evolving, and what kind of signals are we getting and hearing? And are we closing customers with high annual contract value? There's instances where we're closing just as high ACV as some of the folks from the sales team. What are some of those lessons that we can also share so that the sales team can also evolve as well? On the high level marketing, are we becoming more effective with our virality and word of mouth? And what are the marketing channels that are working well? What are the social channels that are working well? And looking into our CAC LTV ratio. And we want to keep a close eye on especially the funnel tracking, the number of dollars spent, number of visitors in the door, number of customers who signed up, customers who have onboarding calls, number of activation rate, and the conversion of activation to upsell. And then also further down the funnel is their testimonial and case study, so we can have this virality upside from PLG. Another reflection is, are we supporting the sales assisted motion this quarter? Some of the launches that we have, do we have any synergy between the PLG side as well as the traditional sales side? So some techniques such as the sales assisted motion, some of the onboarding calls, some of those playbooks, can that be borrowed and shared? We also implemented a lot of self-serve documentation that can be also reused to help alleviate the customer success team for larger customers. We also have interactive videos and lifecycle marketing and tech touches and email campaigns. How are we providing and sharing that to the larger sales team and larger marketing team so that they can also make their process more efficient as well? And finding that Venn diagram of the sales-led as well as the product-led, that's very powerful for the organization to find more effectiveness and efficiency around building a revenue motion and more efficient revenue motion. And really using the quarter to consolidate some of those learning and how the PLG team is evolving and adapting. So because not every quarter is going to have good success, but each quarter brings in valuable lessons. So what are some areas of improvement? What are some strategies for the upcoming quarter? And demonstrate that resilience of the PLG motion. And so the other thing is celebrating and recognizing the folks on the team, whether it's the product engineering team, the customer support and success team, the social media marketing team, and the PLG team who wears multiple hats. Everyone have worked hard, use that quarter to reflect and give shout outs to the team. into the quarter as the head of PLG, there's a lot of ups and downs. So it's very dynamic and it's about constantly adapting and learning and celebrating and communicating. So it's showcasing that the value of product-led growth in terms of revenue generation, virality, as a growth driver, and the resilience of product-led growth as a strategy for the entire organization. Follow me on growthwithgary.com or feel free to subscribe here to learn more about how to execute PLG, lead and operate and launch and be successful in SaaS.